mean, 21 hours ago, I told you, I said, hey, I'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. And a lot of you didn't believe me. Some of you thought I was bluffing. Many of you said, nope, I'm sure he'll get sick again. I'm sure something will go wrong. There's no way that on January 27th, at 4:01 and 7 seconds Mountain Time, the Drake Toll Show hits the airwaves. And buddy, were you wrong? We're right here, right now. Me, you, we're holding hands, and we're going to hold hands the next 3 hours of your morning and talk about sports. In a world gone wrong, in a house divided, where nothing feels like it's going right and snow has hit the entire country. I'm waiting right now. I'm sitting in Utah at the Sundance Resort where I'm being told Charlie XCX is also staying. Curtis Poindexter, board operator of the Drake Toll Show, Culver City, California. Do you have any idea who Charlie XCX is? You sound robotic. There's some pep in your voice, though, so I'm assuming that's a yes on the Charlie XCX front. I am in her midst at this resort, and consistently, I think Natalie Portman might also be here, and maybe Zach Galifianakis. Someone mentioned Jenna Ortega. A lot of these are names, and I'm not.
Oh, big fan.
Hey, there he is. You're a big fan of Charlie XCX?
Oh, no, Jen Ortega and Natalie Portman.
Yeah, they're cool. What does Charlie XCX do? Do we know?
Music. I know it's music.
She does music, yeah. I know she acted in a movie called The Gallerist. I got to go to the premiere the other night. Very good movie. It was cool to be in a movie premiere. They should never let a guy from Arkansas go to a movie premiere at Sundance Film Festival. I ate all of the popcorn. They're like, yeah, well, we have popcorn and we have snacks, including popcorn and drinks, non-alcoholic, which was like pretty cool, actually. I had all of them. And so I'm sitting here amongst the snow, which there's supposed to be snow. It's a ski resort, right? Sundance. But I'm wondering if my flight to Washington, D.C., scheduled for 10:05 Mountain Time, is going to take off. Is that maybe a security risk that I'm telling the world what flight I'll be on today? But in the midst of winter weather and the craziness, the times, the crazy times we're living in the midst of all of that, you and I get to sit down at the table, come together, and just do sports for a little bit, man. We just get to do New England Patriots, Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl. I'm Drake Toll. This is the Drake Toll Show. I'm with you from the Savannah Bananas organization, locked on Big 12, Amazon Fire TV's college football kickoff. Last night, got to hang out with Fran Fraschilla, John Sciambi, and watch BYU Arizona basketball in Provo. One of the best games we have seen in the sport all year long. So fun. I'll talk about that later, but the number one story is still the two teams we'll see in the Super Bowl. Maybe the number two story is this Charlie XCX thing. Addie Bates, producer of the Drake Toll Show. Who is Charlie XCX and why?
She's a singer. Like, she had, do you remember when it was Brat Summer? Do you remember that?
I don't think I'm going to like this. I don't think this is going to be.
That's her.
I don't think this caters to me.
Yeah, that's her. She's she's gotten more dance, techno, pop. She had the song Guess featuring Billie Eilish.
Wow.
365.
You got some techno and pop to you, man. I'll Google Charlie XCX then. This is on me, apparently.
It is on you, I guess.
Oh, great.
Where were you?
I don't know where I was for Brat Summer. Sorry that I missed that because I was doing sports and fishing and seeing the world.
Whoa, same here, buddy. Same here, buddy.
You were fishing during Brat Summer?
Brother, I got my rod in my closet right now. I love fishing. You know this. Some of us are just, cultured, well-rounded.
Charlie XCX, Brat Summer. But you know what? You don't have to worry about that. You in your car who are saying, what is this? What is Charlie XCX? What is a Charlie XCX? You need not worry. Because if you don't know and I don't know, that's fine. We don't have to know together. And no matter what, 310-840-4910. You can have my personal cell phone number and call and text me whenever you want. 310-840-4910. 310-840-4910. We're going to open up the phone line for almost the entire show. Later on, Jeff Schwartz, NFL legend Jeff Schwartz, is going to join us. In the meantime, though, 310-840-4910. It's you and me. You can be the special guest on the Drake Toll Show. Hog this whole thing like the crazy Boston sports fan did yesterday. In the meantime, what if someone had told you? What if someone had told you? What if Drake Toll, me, had gotten on the Drake Toll Show and said, hey, this guy Steve Jobs is about to start this thing called Apple. What do you say you hop in there and invest a little bit, huh? Give him some money. Well, you'd have been smart to do that, right? What if I told you, hey, Google is going to be a thing? You say, no, well, we have the World Wide Web. We have www. We have plenty of different ways to get onto the online. I said, no, you're going to want to invest in this Google thing. It will become, in essence, the internet. It'll become the way that you dial in, not dial up, to the internet. What about Blockbuster and Netflix? What if I said, hey, Blockbuster, you should invest in Netflix now? Would you have done it? And if you did it, you'd have been a genius, a rich billionaire genius. Ronald Wayne didn't do it. George Bell didn't do it. John Antioco didn't do it. Ronald Wayne was the third Apple founder. The what? The fifth Beatle? There were 5 of them? And the Beatles fired a guy, yeah. 1976, Ronald Wayne owned 10% of Apple. That's a lot of percent of Apple today, folks. But he was concerned about financial risks. He was, as he would put it, the adult in the room compared to the 2 young Steves. I'm Ronald Wayne. He sold his stake 12 days later. He had his original 10%, sold his stake 12 days later for $800 in 1976. And the investment that never was would be worth $350 billion today. It's the single most expensive exit in human history. George Bell, the CEO, who snubbed Google. 1999, Larry Page, ready to sell Google, focus on his studies. He's like, hey, man, there's just a lot of this Google stuff. I need to get out of here. The Excite CEO, you ever heard of Excite? Remember Excite? Come on. You don't. You shouldn't. You don't need to for this analogy. George Bell was the CEO of Excite and was offered Google for $1 million. He said no. Well, they said, well, what about $750,000? We just want to get rid of this thing. He said no. Google market cap today, right now, January 27th, 4:08 and 59 seconds Mountain Time, $2 trillion. Could have bought it for $750,000. It's now worth $2 trillion. John Antioco, Blockbuster guy, you've heard this one before, laughed in the face of Netflix. CEO of Blockbuster laughed him out of the room, to be exact. That was the quote that the Netflix founders gave about their struggling DVD by mail service. Blockbuster would go bankrupt in 2010. Netflix is now a $300+ billion global powerhouse. So what is all this for? What are you doing, Mr. Radio Man? Why are you telling me these things about the guys who didn't invest in Apple, the guys who didn't buy Google, the guys who didn't invest in Netflix? Well, I'll tell you. I'm introducing you to the 2026 New England Patriots. And you know what? I'm also introducing you to the 2026 Seattle Seahawks. What if I told you in 2001, get on the train, because it's coming. Tom Brady, the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick, something's brewing here. Get out of the way, Drew Bledsoe. A dynasty is afoot. I told you the other day, I think it was Kirk Cousins on TV on CBS, said, hey, by the way, guys, we may be seeing the makings of a dynasty. And we look up in 17 or 18 years and say, yep, that's what that was. With Drake May at quarterback, that's what that was. And you're sitting in your happy little spot right now. You're driving to work. You're driving to the gym. You're coming home from the gym. You're coming home from work. And maybe you're sitting in your sad little spot. Maybe you're going to go sleep. You're done. You have a glass of wine. Work is over. Your days are weird. This is where you go to sleep. You'll wake up at probably, I don't know, about noon Eastern time. And then, you'll have 5 or 6 hours off. You go back to work. You work the night shift. You're thinking, this is the stupidest thing ever. Why would it? No, this is not a dynasty. These two upstart teams. One of them's bad. The Patriots are bad. And we shouldn't believe in them long term. I think you're wrong. And I implore you, I say, lend me your ear and hear me out. Because Drake May has the intangibles of a threatening quarterback, a long-term threatening quarterback. 72% completion rate. This isn't a flash-in-the-pan kind of season. This is a poised, calculated type of year for Drake May and company. This isn't a one-time thing. He's got the build. He's got the completion percentage. He's got the QBR. He's got the yards per game. He's got all the metrics you look at. He is the NFL quarterback, prototypical NFL quarterback who leads his team from 4 wins to now 14 wins in the regular season. 14-3 record, by the way. People forget that. Like, the Patriots are terrible. Easy strength of schedule. But, okay, any given Sunday. Leads him to a 14-win regular season. Has now won 17 games overall. Has won more postseason games than Dak Prescott. And, by all metrics, has staying power. More than that, the New England Patriots, Mike Vrabel, culture, his Patriot Way 2.0, walks in day one and wins 14 games. He wasn't supposed to do that. He was not supposed to win 14 games. They would have gone 9-8. You would have thought, what a great turnaround. 5 more wins than they had last year. They're building. They didn't just build, boss. They didn't just go foundation brick by brick. They said, nope, there's the house. We're going to the Super Bowl. And they have their own Legion of Boom. Christian Gonzalez, secondary, an elite secondary, elite defense. People don't talk about the defense. That's erasing some of the league's best receivers. Oh, well, Nico Collins didn't play. All right. Fine. But the rest of this year, New England's, it's not like they're just facing the plumbers of the world. They're still facing teams in the AFC that are good at football any given Sunday. And now here is the most damning part if you're a fan of anybody. If you're a fan of the Jets, turn away. The Bills, turn away. The Bills who are not hiring Phillip Rivers, by the way. The Patriots are draft rich. 12 picks in the 2026 NFL draft. Oh, no. Oh, no. 12 picks for the team in the Super Bowl. Oh, and they already only have 6 free agents coming up. They're going to do it again next year. Christian Barmore, Milton Williams, a defense that you forget about. McDaniels being in the fold again, and for some reason when he steps foot in New England, it just works. Stephon Diggs, Travion Henderson, well, as long as Stephon Diggs didn't actually abuse mentally, verbally, physically, any of those things. His live-in chef, ? Will Campbell, Morgan Moses. Look, there are old players, there are young players. It doesn't matter. There are 12 draft picks in the fold here and not a lot of free agents. This smells like dynasty. Even the special teams is good. If you had the opportunity to buy Apple at the beginning, if you had the opportunity to buy Google at the beginning, would you have done it? Yes. Would you have thought it was stupid? Also, yes. Because some of the best, brightest minds in the world, they thought it was stupid. I'm not buying Apple. I'm not buying Google. I'm better than that. I'm not buying the New England Patriots. I'm better than that. I don't know. Under Elliott Wolf, the Pats have moved away from these reach picks. They're not going out and saying, hey, what if this Western Kentucky kid can turn it on? Come on, Bailey Zappi, give me something. No. They're going to the SEC. They're going to the Big Ten. They're drafting big-name players from big programs. They're going and getting a franchise quarterback like Drake May, and it's working. And on the other side, I think you're seeing the exact same thing. On the one side, you see Google, and on the other side, you see Apple. because this brand new Legion of Boom, the number one defense in the NFL, Mike McDonald, and the number one defense in the NFL, allowing 17.2 points per game. That's very few points per game. With this disguise and strike D. The modern quarterback is not effectively handling this. Thank you, Curtis. And Jackson Smith and Njigba. Njigba has been watching him and Puka go toe-to-toe last weekend on Sunday, incredible. Cinema in front of your eyes. He looks like a generational wide receiver one for Seattle. And he's still 23, 24 years old. And you're saying, okay, well, they have Sam Darnold at quarterback. Sam Darnold's not going to lead a dynasty. May I introduce you to the league's most winning quarterback, winningest quarterback the last 2 years. His name is Sam Darnold. 28 years old. And he's been around. I get it. He was a Jet, a Panther, a Niner. People forget he was a Niner. People forget. Even reporters asking about his first Super Bowl appearance, although he was a Niner. For a guy who then played for the Vikings and won a lot of games. Now with Seattle at only 28 years old, he's a part of the foundation of something different. I can give you more reasons, plenty more reasons. But I want you to take into account New England and Seattle and the inkling, the beginning of dynasty. Just ahead, wild coaching carousel news. Wild news. Not good news. Bad news. I'll give you that bad news right here on the Westwood One Sports app. Westwood One Sports. This is the Drake Toll Show.
She's so kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. She's a mouthful of anything and everything a man could want. Yeah. She ain't typical, she's unpredictable, she's available. It's a miracle how my heart stumbled into someone so kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. I would find someone so elegant, intelligent, heaven sent, all my money spent. I put a big down payment on that itty bitty diamond ring. She's so beautiful, it's undisputable, it's undeniable. She's got a hell of a bob. She's music to my ears and makes my heart sing. So kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. Start to stutter. She's so elegant, intelligent, heaven sent, all my money spent. I put a big down payment on that itty bitty diamond ring. Oh, she's so beautiful, it's undisputable, it's undeniable. She's got a hell of a bob. She's music to my ears and makes my heart sing. So kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. Kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. Kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable.
touch yourself. Touch yourself. Play ball, baby. That's what you get. That's the promo this week. Last week was me saying some BS about Mike McDaniel, right? Just me over there like, Mike McDaniel going from Miami, being the head coach with a ton of responsibilities on my TV right now. Ton of responsibility. It's about being the OC of the Chargers. Butt in the sand on the opposite coast. This week, the promo is just touch yourself, and Tony Romo going, I don't know, Jim. I don't know, Jim. And Jim's like, well, we'll bring in Gene Steratore, our rules analyst. Gene, what do you think? Jim, it's close. I don't know. All right, thanks. Tracy? Jim? Not sure. Thanks, everybody. Jim's the only one that seems to know. Jim's the only one that ever knows CBS Sports. Courtesy of CBS Sports for that audio from Tony Romo. One more time, Curtis. Can I hear Tony Romo? Yeah. Look, I've been there, man.
Good thing you attributed it, or they'd come after us.
Correct. Oh, they do what after us? Hey, there it is. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Drake Toll with you. The Drake Toll Show. Curtis Poindexter runs the board. And Curtis, what's the difference in Culver City and Los Angeles? Can I just stop saying Culver City, please?
I don't know. It all feels like LA to me, and I've lived here my whole life, so I don't understand it either.
Culver City sounds like this weird made-up place where they hide the elves until the North Pole time comes around.
Well, it's basically Santa Monica. Santa Monica's cooler. Why not just call it that?
It's way neater to say Santa Monica, or I think when people drew up Culver City, they were imagining it would be like Golden, Colorado. It's cool to say Golden, Colorado. It's not cool to say Denver. And they're close enough. You could be like, yeah, I live in the Denver area, and it means Golden, but Golden's like this dope place, right? Oh, I live in Boulder. Like, yeah, you do live in Boulder. I live in Morrison. Yeah. Like, oh, I live in Culver City. No. Just doesn't have that same effect. Do you live in Culver City?
Curtis, you should say you're in Santa Monica, because there's a song about Santa Monica. There's not a song about Culver City.
A million songs about Santa Monica, but whatever.
That old Nickelodeon show was based in Santa Monica. Rocket Power. That's supposed to be Santa Monica, too.
You should bring up Rocket Power, the Nickelodeon show Rocket Power.
Heck yes, I did.
Wow. I work with way too many young people at the station. Addie Bates is in Washington, D.C., proper. Straight up. D-Town.
I'm actually not.
And I will be...
I'm actually not in D.C.
Flying through there. She still can't go to the office. She's stuck at home. Oh, no. So her cat, Chicken Leg, I didn't know you had a second cat named Chicken Leg, is amongst you.
No. Sinatra had surgery, so they shaved off a part of her leg, and that's why we're calling her Sinatra Chicken Leg Buble Bates.
They amputated the cat?
Yes, it was for throat surgery, yes.
For science? For scientific purposes?
It just had to get rid of the leg to see if she had the common cold. It's like whenever you want to see how old a tree is, you have to cut it open and count the rings. For a cat to see if they have the common cold, you have to amputate a leg.
Or the Civil War, Victorian era, and they're like, yeah, man, I think he's sick. They're like, shoot, drain him of all of his blood. Take all of his blood out.
That's what they did.
See what happens.
That's what they did.
That's me.
They gave her the Bryce Harper treatment.
Oh, that's me, your average history minor from college at Baylor University. Sick 'em Bears. That good.
Why would I be talking about Baylor?
I woke up today, Tuesday, January 27th. This is the only Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. 4 a.m., 27 minutes, and 21 seconds on the mountain time, on the not coast, on the middle of America, that you will ever get. It is gone now. That second is gone. I hope you didn't waste it. I don't feel like I wasted it. I'm having fun. And when I woke up today, the Browns didn't have a head coach. Why? Because everyone has turned them down. They called Curtis Poindexter. In Santa Monica, California, and said, Kirch, we are running out of options. Will you please coach the Cleveland Browns? And Curtis, I'm going to play the soundbite. Here's what Curtis Poindexter had to say. I don't know, Jim. I don't know if we should take this one.
When I heard that they required you to take a test, I said, no, I'm good. I'm not writing an essay or any of that.
And it's not even like a drug test. They're not like, hey, you got to piss in a cup. We got to have you. We need to just make sure that everybody's kosher here.
Well, can't say that.
Sorry. Got what again? Is it the bodily function thing that I can't say that for?
That's just a cuss word. Curtis,
Really?
Curtis, can you be more like Fernando Mendoza, please? He takes shots for his teammates from the front and the back.
Shot from the front and the back, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Come on, Curtis.
Taking shots in the front and the back, whatever it is. Touch yourself. And that is the Drake Toll Show in a nutshell. That is what we're dealing with this NFL coaching search. Is anyone and everyone they offered the job to Fernando Mendoza. They said, Fernando, please, you could be a player coach, be our quarterback, be our coach. We'll give you $15 million a year. And Fernando Mendoza gave us the audio, the great quote of the following, Curtis.
They need me to take, a shot from the front and the back, whatever it is.
He'll do that for his teammates, but he will not do that for the Cleveland Browns. They still don't have a head coach. And if they're holding out for an assistant on the staff in New England, an assistant on the staff in Seattle, I don't think they're going to get one. It's been a month, man. It's been a month. And they fired Stefanski, and the Falcons went and hired him. By the way, the Falcons could have had Vrabel and McDonald in their last coaching search when they hired Morris. So, eggs on your face. They ended up getting Stefanski, which I think is a good hire. I think he's going to win in the National Football League. He reminds me a bit of, drum roll please, Mike Vrabel. Yeah. Goes and wins far more than he probably should. Had a guy during his tenure, maybe a couple of guys, and wins above pay grade. And then they say, oh, well, we're tired of you. Go away. Like, nobody else has ever won with the Browns. Kevin Stefanski did for the first time in 30 years. Bill Belichick couldn't do it. And they kicked the guy to the curb. The Titans have not won consistently since Jeff Fisher. And you know what? They said, no more Mike Vrabel. He's the problem. Vrabel's the problem. He's going to the Super Bowl now in his first year with New England. And while those guys are fat and happy, that's kind of rude. Those guys are fluffy and happy. The Browns can't find a head coach. Nobody seems to want the job. I don't want the job. Now, for $10 million, I would do a lot of things. I would probably coach the Browns for $10 million. But, man, everybody in this league knows the cards are stacked too far against them to succeed in Cleveland. Then over in Buffalo, still no head coach in Buffalo. And Phillip Rivers reportedly takes himself out of the running to be the next Bills head coach. Phillip Rivers takes himself out of the running to be the next Bills head coach. Curtis, just got breaking news here. Corroborated by multiple sources now. I've gotten 3 different texts. Drake Toll has taken himself out of contention to date Livy Dunn. He will no longer be in contention. It is not in the cards at this time. Shocking. Drake Toll will also be pulling himself out of contention for the Browns head coaching job and for the quarterback position of the Miami Dolphins. No further questions at this time. These are all the comments him and his legal team want to make as of Tuesday, January 27th, 2026, 4:32 Mountain Time and 8 seconds. That's the equivalent of Phillip Rivers telling the high school football coach, Phillip Rivers, Jeff Saturday, telling you he's taking himself out of the running to be the Bills. I don't think he was ever a serious candidate to be the Bills head coach. And he's not going to be a head coach in the National Football League in the next 3 years. And the organization that does that, the franchise that does that, is taking a big old swing and a big old whiff on my friend, old man, Dad. I call him Dad. We all do. Phillip Rivers. He's on the radar, and maybe he comes in and he's an assistant for a bit. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. But Phillip Rivers as a head coach in the NFL, don't think so. The Bills turn their lonely eyes somewhere else. And surely they'll fire, or they'll hire, well, they fired McDermott. Surely they'll hire somebody better than McDermott, except for they won't. Except for that's not going to happen. And the Bills are in one big heap of sad, where their GM allegedly lies to the owner, says, I didn't want Keon Coleman. And by the way, Keon Coleman's just sitting right there in front of them like, what the hell, man? I'm right here. The GM says, I didn't want Keon Coleman. I wanted anybody but Keon Coleman. But guess what we have today? It's a show called Hard Knocks. And they follow you with cameras and listen to everything you say. All of the words you say. And one certain GM of the Buffalo Bills spent a lot of time, Brandon Beane, talking all through that show about how his guy who he was going to draft, his guy who he wants, is Keon Coleman. And then Pagula gets to the podium. It's like, yeah, man, look, McDermott wanted Coleman. My guy, Brandon, right here. We've been talking. We're buds. He did not. Yeah, it's not on him. This guy deserves to be the president of the Bills. I hope they're all listening. I hope they're all with our affiliate in Rochester right now listening. Going, that's not how it happened. It is how it happened. You got caught.
We have
You
the
got caught.
receipts.
What, Curtis?
I said we have the audio. If we have the receipts. We have the exact audio of him talking about how he wanted him.
All right, Curtis, hit me with it, please.
Basically, when I went to bed that night, I was like, it's
30 seconds.
unless someone just blows us away. We didn't feel anything was attractive enough for us to pass up on Keon.
All things considered. All things considered. Just get the guy who's feels the best fit. Get it.
It always might be obvious. But so tomorrow, we picking.
We're just going to keep trading more. We're going to get 14 fifths. Barring someone offering us something stupid, we'll take Keon Coleman.
Caught. Gotcha. Well, I told my boss I didn't want Keon Coleman because he didn't work out. And luckily he believed me. Yeah. Good thing your boss is old enough that he's probably asleep most of the time. Probably has no idea any of this is going on. Completely disconnected from his fan base. Bills haven't made a hire yet. Browns haven't made a hire yet. And the Rams, OC Mike LaFleur. Dolphins, DC Anthony Weaver, met with the Cardinals, who also have not made a hire. Ethos Life, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes, up to $3 million in coverage, no medical exam, just a few health questions. Get your free quote at checkethos.com. Not available in all states, checkethos.com. Coming up, biggest losers of the day. Touch yourself. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. This is the Drake Toll Show.
We're lost, aren't we?
Could be worse.
How could this be worse? This is worse.
If you want to be somebody else, change your mind. Delamitri? Who sings that? Oh, no, that's Roll to Me. Looking to. That's a good one. If you want to be somebody else, change your mind. Who sings it? Addie Bates, producer of The Drake Toll Show. You're good at knowing things. Help.
Yeah, but I don't listen to bad music.
90s? That's just like, the most generic 90s song of all time.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Sister Hazel?
Yeah, Sister Hazel. No doubt. They had a few hits. No, not a one-hit wonder. They had a few hits. Sister Hazel was good.
Yeah, name another one.
That's not even their biggest song. Sister Hazel had the one about the kid's hair in a locket, right? What else they got, Addie? I know you have it pulled up here.
I think, yeah, because you know more about Sister Hazel than I do.
Yeah.
Their best song. I mean, they're best known for their 1997 single, All For You.
Yeah. Sure. Good song. Thanks. And
many people are saying.
The Drake Toll Show, Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. That's where I show up every day for you. You and I get to meet together. It's free, too. I don't know how much I would pay for unabridged access to my brain for 3 hours a day. For the deep thoughts about sports for 3 hours a day. Not sure how much I would pay. But you don't have to think about that. You don't have to consider that. David in Lehigh, Utah. Samuel, Rochester, New York. Carson, sitting right now in Aurora, Illinois, listening to the Drake Toll Show while you eat your cereal. I get it. I get you. I understand it, man. I get this. You know, because I turn the radio on, I turn the TV on. It's like, it's this just, I watch it. And I see these people that are so disconnected from sports. I see guys that think that Ryan Clark should be a head coach in the NFL. And it's not like a bit. It's not like, oh, Ryan Clark should be a head coach in the NFL. Ha, ha, ha. We're all laughing. No, it's the doubling down of, I'm serious. I'm incredibly serious. Please take me seriously. Ryan Clark should be a head coach in the NFL. What? I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's what makes... we're just saying things sometimes. I hope that you and I can get on the show and relate to one another. Because, hey, I went yesterday, 2 days ago, to a Natalie Portman movie premiere at the Sundance Film Festival. I don't belong there. It doesn't make any sense. I'm in that room of people looking around going, huh? Do you think they know I'm wearing big fuzzy socks because feet cold? I don't have that pedigree. But I can tell you what it was like. It makes me think when I sit in those rooms, those situations. I don't start thinking about how Ryan Clark should be a head coach in the NFL. I start thinking about how can I report back to the world? Because I only wish when I was a kid, I only wish when I was young, that radio hosts, TV hosts would tell me what it felt like to be in that room that made no sense. But a lot of times, turn the radio on, TV on, the guy's like, yeah, guess what I was doing last night? And you don't get to feel it. You don't get to feel like you were involved, like you were a part of this. You just get to feel like, oh, I bet that was cool. Because radio, we have the coolest job in the world. We talk about sports for hours on end. We get to, like last night, hanging out, meeting John Sciambi, hanging out with Fran Fraschilla. It's a pinch yourself moment. It's not a pomp. It's like I was meeting with my friends last night, John Sciambi. No. Man, it feels, I'm grateful to be here with you. It feels different. It feels like something you and I can figure out together, can navigate together. That's the beauty of it. But as fun as it is to win, as fun as it is to win with you, we can never avoid that there are some big losers in the world, and it's time for our biggest losers of the day. Sponsored by Robinhood. You expect more from yourself, expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. They're big winners over there at Robinhood. Big winners. Some are saying the winningest. You know who's not a big winner? Diego Pavia. Oh, Addie Bates, producer of the Drake Toll Show. Can Diego Pavia be our littlest loser today?
Poor guy.
Don't
Guy. Just one of those, wants to be 6 feet tall. I get it.
Don't
get
you
it.
poor guy.
I'll be honest.
him.
It's a little buddy. He's little.
He's just a little
Little
guy.
elf.
By the way,
Just a little guy.
I know a lot of people in my life who are 5'9". Men, women, the like. And there are good people on both sides. There are good 5'9" people in this world. There are tall 5'9" people in this world. My best friend Parker is like 5'7". Poor guy. But he wears it, man. He's got a personality of a guy who's 6'5". Diego Pavia, on the other hand, has the personality of a guy who's 4 foot nothing. And he's listed on the Vanderbilt roster as being 6 foot. This is the problem. The problem is not him being 5'9". The problem is he goes to get measured, because remember, he has to go to the NFL, the National Football League. He's trying to do that. They're like, oh, hey, before you go to the Senior Bowl, we're going to need to get your height and your weight, please. And he's like, I don't know, Jim. Please just tell them I'm 6 foot. No. His official measurements came back. Diego Pavia, 5'9". So the issue is not him being 5'9". If you're 5'9", it's fine. I'm not making fun of you. You're not the biggest loser. But you are if you tell your friends and women and people that you're 6 foot and you're actually 5'9". Addie,
To be fair.
What are we being fair about?
I'm 5'3". Like, I'm 5'3", but on my license, it does say 5'4". Sometimes, you gotta round up a little bit.
6 foot and 5'9" are two different things. That same friend Parker who is short. One time we were at True Love I know what it sounds like, but no. This was like 2 days before spring break, our senior year of college. It's the closest we ever got into a fight. He was on antibiotics because he had the flu. Like, he was on some extreme antibiotics. And he was like, dude, it's spring break. I've got a drink. Like, I don't think you should do that. I don't. He's like, no, dog, trust me, it's spring break. We go to True Love, the bar. One of the first, he's 2 drinks in, and he's already saying things that no human being should ever conjure in their brain. He's created his own reality. Never mix alcohol with antibiotics. And Addie, he walks to the bar. These 2 dudes are like, hey, man, are you military? Because they're both military, Addie. They're both military. So they ask him if he's also stationed at Fort Hood, which is right next to Waco. And he's like, yes, Marines. And they were also really drunk. They're like, hell yeah, man, America. And they bought him a shot. And he took the shot. And he like proudly went up to me and was like, guess what? Just got a free shot from those dudes over there. I was like, okay, 1, interesting. Didn't know it was that kind of night for you.
It's true love.
Yeah. It's like, 2, why? It's like, yeah, I just told him I was in the Marines. You stole valor? It's like, yeah, what about it? That night,
yeah, you can't really do that.
I kept telling him, because there was this girl who kept saying, I have a boyfriend. And he was like, yeah, but you could come to our spring break trip. We're going to Cabo. She's like, I have a boyfriend. He's like, well, we're going to Cabo. Parker.
That sounds like the Drake Toll way.
Stop. Such a nice guy, dude. Nicest guy in the world. Next morning, mortified. Like, this is a choir boy. And he's like, oh, what did I do? I was like, dog, you were a menace. He tried to fight me in the living room. He's like, we'll square up right now. I was like, dog, I'm just telling you, you're not yourself when you're on antibiotics and beer. He's like, you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm not. Next morning, very apologetic. He bought me a lot of drinks at our all-inclusive resort in Cabo. Thanks, Parker. 5'9" energy.
Shout out, Parker.
Biggest losers of the day. Philadelphia Eagles. Those Philadelphia Eagles. Forgetting no one wanted the Browns job. That's obvious. Watching men turn down the OC job, the Philadelphia Eagles over and over is the real story. Despite all that talent, no one wants to work with Nick Sirianni. That's from Chuck Knox on Twitter. Was like a Bills fan tweeted that? Yeah. Oh, they're back. Those Philadelphia Eagles, baby. No more Kevin Petula. We fired that guy. Surely we're going to go out there and find a genius offensive coordinator. Mike McDaniel, come on. Come coach the Eagles. Come on down. It's yours. No? You don't want it? All right. Young guy from the Broncos. Come on. Come on. How about, I don't know, Todd Monken maybe? Anybody want to come coach the Eagles? No. I think they should have a joint position. You should get both salaries. You can be both the head coach of the Browns and the offensive coordinator of the Eagles. And just do both, and no one would probably ever even notice. Biggest losers, New York Jets. 2017, Jets take Jamal Adams over I love that it's listed as Pro Bowler Patrick Mahomes. Yes. Simply Pro Bowler Patrick Mahomes. 2017. 2025, Jets take Malachi Moore over Pro Bowler Shedeur Sanders? The greatest Pro Bowler of all time, many are saying. Can't wait to see him in the old skills and drills. Thrown around during flag football. The Pro Bowl is the stupidest thing we do in sport. It is so aggressively pointless. And the only thing it is this fraternal opportunity for the men of our country who play in the National Football League to just spend a weekend together, spend 4 or 5 days together hanging out. And for that, I love it.
1 minute.
For the lack of competition and complete boring nothingness it is, I hate it. Had buddies texting in our group chat the other day, like, oh, I missed the Pro Bowl. It used to be so glorified. Like, I don't know if I really missed the Pro Bowl. I don't know if I care that much. Oh, when they had full pads, they would hit each other. Yeah, I don't think it's necessary. Whatever. Go do your skills and drills. I won't be watching it. Biggest loser of the day, last one, Rutgers. Their athletic department took a $78 million hit in 2024-25 for athletic season. Deficit is a record $78 million. Their AD, Kelly Zinn, says it's got to get better. Yep. Key and inference. I don't know, Jim. We'll send it to Gene. Gene, what do you think? Yeah, Jim. It's got to get better. Those are our biggest losers today. You know who's not a biggest loser? Curtis Poindexter, who runs the board. Addie Bates, who produces. Coming up right here. 2 more hours of this one. Obituaries. Who died today? I can tell you on the Drake Toll Show.
This is West.
Don't let the stars get in your eyes. Don't let the moon break your heart. Love blooms at night. In daylight it dies. Don't let the stars get in your eyes. Oh, keep your heart from me, for someday I'll return, and you know you're the only one I'll ever love. Too many nights. Too many nights. Too many stars. Too many stars. Too many moons could change your mind. Don't let the moon change your mind. If I'm gone too long, don't forget where you belong. When the stars come out, remember you are mine. Don't let the stars get in your eyes. Don't let the moon break your heart. Love blooms at night. In daylight it dies. Don't let the stars get in your eyes. Oh, keep your heart from me, for someday I'll return, and you know you're the only one I'll ever love. Don't let the stars get in your eyes. Don't let the moon break your heart. Too many miles. Too many miles. Too many days. Too many days. Too many nights to be alone. Too many nights all alone. Oh, please keep your heart while we are apart. Don't you linger in the moonlight when I'm gone. While I'm gone. Don't let the stars get in your eyes. Don't let the moon break your heart. Don't let the moon break your heart. Love blooms at night. In daylight it dies. Don't let the stars get in your eyes. Oh, keep your heart from me, for someday I'll return, and you know you're the only one I'll ever love. I'll ever love. I'll ever love. You're the only one.
on.
Jordan Bell. Yo. I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Belfort. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping these birds. Sipping on Ciroc, trip 'em up with the words. I done popped the money and I think it's be my third.
Welcome back to the Drake Toll Show, Westwood One Sports. The Westwood One Sports app. What a great surprise. Also there, I didn't realize how explicit the rest of that song is. Off, Curtis. Less. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Curtis, let's go behind the curtain here. We'll tell the people. What happens every day is I will submit a song for our 7 o'clock Eastern rejoin and our 8 a.m. Eastern rejoin that'll play for about a minute. I want you to find new music through this show. It'll be a variety show, right? Like we talk about sports every day. We also talk about music, and we listen to things, and we talk about life. Like Addie's cat having a half-shaved leg, and she keeps calling it a chicken leg, which makes no sense whatsoever, but it makes sense in her brain. And Curtis, did I send you the wrong song today, or did you go rogue? And were you like, you know what? More Jordan Belfort. We're going back.
You know, the way this thing works, they're all labeled the same way, so when I go in
Why,
and look,
Curtis?
unless I know the
label them
length of the
differently
song,
every day just
it could
for you.
easily be one of our other ones.
Wow.
It's a gamble.
So you really don't
Drake,
know
you
what
also have
you're
a tendency to like record like other things into these rejoins.
One time.
He recorded his minutes.
One time.
Sponsored by Robinhood.
Yeah, one time.
Jordan Belfort.
One time, instead of playing the song, I was like, oh, shoot, here's this. I just labeled my files, and instead of sending the song for that day, Curtis goes to play what I can only believe was like, Lights by Journey. So we're expecting the doom, 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 doom. When the lights. And instead what plays coming in at 7 o'clock is sponsored by Robinhood. Your money, your move. The Cleveland Browns have fired. And it's just like, oh, that's not good.
Shout out Curtis for listening to it before playing it on national radio.
Right, because that day he did not.
Heck yeah.
That day was we.
Do you want to hear the real song?
Yeah. What's the real song today? I forgot, actually. No way. That's my favorite song of all time. Turnpike Troubadours. Long Hot Summer Day. So good, man. Such a good anthem. Really good when it's like warm outside or you have a hot chocolate. I do have a hot chocolate right now. Thanks, Curtis, for giving me that serotonin boost.
When it's warm outside and you have a hot chocolate?
No, two different things.
It's a hot yoo-hoo.
A hot yoo-hoo. Hot
good.
chocolate water.
That would be good. Which, isn't that what I just did it. I didn't know. I'm first timer at this ski resort. They have one of those things, I've never seen this before. Again, I hope that we all can relate together as human beings and know that I'm not rich and famous. One day, maybe. But I am staying in this resort for the first time, and they have this like kettle, but Addie, it sits on its own platform. So it's basically a tea kettle. Oh no, what am I doing? It's a tea kettle on its own warmer that sits in the middle of the room on the counter over here. And you fill up this kettle and you press it on the warmer and you press a little button and it just that Bunsen burner, hell yeah, warms up the water within 2 minutes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have one of those here. I have an electric kettle. I have two of those here.
Electric kettle? That's the sickest name of all time.
Yeah, you should get one. They're super quick.
Yeah, if I had a band, I would call it the electric kettle, man. That's so cool.
Yeah. Wait, you've never seen one of these before?
No. I've never had an experience with. I told you, I grew up in Valonia, Arkansas. The phrase.
Yeah, I didn't realize
kettle,
y'all are in like the 18th century still.
The phrase electric kettle would kill people there. Just that phrase alone.
Golly.
They would be like, I can't handle this anymore. I can't. This knowledge that I have, I can no longer take. I need to be done.
Golly. I've had one of those in college. I've had those in my apartment like all the time because it's so much quicker than putting like an actual kettle on the stove.
Right.
Which you can obviously do. But then you don't hear like the whistle. It's a click.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And the water's boiling within like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yep.
So this is today
totally recommended.
is my recommendation. Yes, I'm with you for electric kettle. I poured one of those hot chocolate packets into it with the hot water and did realize this is just a Yoo-hoo. This is just powdered chocolate and hot water. This is just like we microwaved a Yoo-hoo, which for me, no complaints.
You don't... Wait, when you make hot chocolate, you don't use milk?
Oh, I do. But I'm sorry, they don't have access in
Okay.
my hotel room to milk.
Go downstairs. Isn't there continental breakfast?
It's 5:05 in the morning. No one else is awake here. I think breakfast starts at 6.
Wow.
Maybe. Hey, look, I was making it 3 feet away from the microphone, and you guys were
No,
peeing
yeah.
yourselves.
I know.
Bodily function. You guys were defecating yourselves. That's better. That's easier. Don't have to bleep that. You're defecating
No,
yourselves.
don't say that.
I can't say
That's still a bodily function.
Ooh. The FCC is on me right now. I cannot handle this prison.
Here we go again.
You guys are over there.
Obituary for today, the Drake Toll Show.
You guys are over there complaining. Fine. I'll be less colorful. That I was almost late to the rejoin where we played Jordan Belfort for the 3rd time on this show in the last 24 hours. Like, oh, where is he? Addie's going to have to host the show, which I know she wants to do. She has a ploy to do anyway. And what will eventually happen is she'll poison Nick Costos. So then not only will she host the Drake Toll Show, and she's going to leave the name as the Drake Toll Show, but then she's going to host the fastest show in all of sports.
Sorry.
I know what
Tony.
you're doing.
Give the people what they
Go
want.
on, Tony.
24/7, the Addie Bates Show. Give the people what they want.
You would do
The
it,
world's
too.
not ready for that.
And we're not giving you a raise.
I would, but they would be ready.
And we're not giving you a raise.
Nope.
So yeah, I have my
Nope, not at all.
warm chocolate water because I'm devoid of milk today. And I've learned what an electric kettle is, and I will be investing in one. I was on American Idol last night. I don't know if anybody else saw this. Curtis, Addie, anybody?
No, I was watching Twin Peaks: The Return.
I was on American Idol while you were watching Twin Peaks: The Return, whatever that means.
Get cultured.
The restaurant, Twin Peaks?
That's where your head would go. Come on, you're in Utah. Be a little better than that right now, okay?
Sorry. Jason Arndt and the Texas Tailgaters. They were on American Idol, and they played highlights but it's from the Banana Ball Championship League. One of the players, he's going to Hollywood, by the way. One of the players, oh no, I'll tell the story. One of the players went on American Idol and did it yesterday. And they played the highlights, and my voice was on there. Mom, I'm on TV. I'm on American Idol. I made it. I did it. It's time for our obituaries on the Drake Toll Show. Obituary number 1. Dead today. Honesty. Jason Arndt and the Texas Tailgaters. Thank you, Curtis. We're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is after a Banana Ball game. And I was being diabolical. I'd had a few beers in my system. Can I say that? Or is the FCC, is Dad going to come down on me?
You can say that.
All right. I had a few beers. I had the most beers in all of sport. And in the midst of all of the beers, we're going to this bar in Baton Rouge. We have our own room, and it's this kind of like ballroom setup. There's a DJ, and it's not just for Banana Ball. It's not just Party Animals, Texas Tailgaters. It's for anybody that wants to be there, but this is a random, Sunday night. So we're the only ones there. It's just for us. It was summer. LSU wasn't even in session. Jason Arndt is there, and he has this song called My July, and it goes something like, "You were my July." Total, stuck in your ear. And in the middle of the DJ playing some uns music, he played Neck. He plays those LSU classics. I was like, oh, I'm diabolical right now. So I go to the DJ booth. It's like, hey, boss. And I'm saying this as, just because I know it'll make him play the song. I was like, hey, we have a guy who thinks he's a Spotify artist. The DJ's like, oh. DJ goes, oh, I'll play it right now. My July, Jason Arndt. He skips the current song to play it. And Jason was so embarrassed. Everybody was like, Jason. And they like made him go to the front of the stage, like stand there awkwardly, and they all held their phones and their flashlights in his face. And they're like, you were my, singing his song back to him, kind of as if it was a novelty. Just a funny moment, right? We're all like, we laughed and we went home. Last week, guess what this guy does, Addie?
What?
He posts on TikTok this sentimental video of him in the middle of this ballroom with all the lights in his face, with the audio off. And caption is, when you hear your song at the bar for the first time. It's like, this guy.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Just tricked the world into thinking the bar was like, you know what? Let's serve up a heaping helping of My July by Jason Arndt at random. No. You're welcome to the engagement, Jason. He's a nice guy. I like him a lot, by the way. He's a member of the Texas Tailgaters, and he's from Holly Springs, North Carolina. Riddle me that, Batman. Riddle me that. It's the first obituary, is honesty. So, I mean, yeah, I guess his song did play at the bar, but there were some other bits and pieces to it. The Pro Bowl is dead today. Shedeur Sanders. Yeah. He's going to the Pro Bowl. It's a ragtag story, man. 144th pick in the NFL draft, from true rags to riches. You never would have heard of him. Played at little itty bitty Colorado. You probably never saw any of his college games. You would never know who his dad is. He is in the stat tracking era. Like, he just put on the 4th worst season a quarterback has ever concocted, like in the history of the National Football League. And he's going to the Pro Bowl. Completed 56.6% of his passes. Bad. 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Bad. Ran for 169 yards. 1 touchdown on 21 carries. Browns did go 3-4 in games that they started. They won games. Drake May couldn't be there because of the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert, Josh Allen. They were like, I don't think I care. I'm kind of hurt. I shouldn't do this. Patrick Mahomes, Daniel Jones, Bo Nix. Yeah, we're hurt. Trevor Lawrence was like, if the Pro Bowl sucks, I don't want to do this. And while there are a billion other alternate candidates, literally anybody else, Dylan Gabriel, the NFL said, I don't know, man. Just pick Shedeur, because he'll probably say yes. And he did, by the way. The 4th year, the Pro Bowl games. It's not even the Pro Bowl, it's the Pro Bowl games. No more full contact all-star games. Skills and drills, and then flag football. You understand, you can still tear your ACL. I know plenty of people who've torn their ACL playing flag football, torn their Achilles playing flag football. No contact. Makes it better for the kids, better for the players, but will still allow you to possibly rip all of the ligaments out of your legs and arms. I played this in San Francisco ahead of the Super Bowl. It's a fraternal event, by the way. People don't understand the Pro Bowl is an opportunity for friends in the NFL to get together, for guys playing at the top level of the National Football League to go say hi to each other, hang out for a week. It's a lot like All-Star Weekend in the MLB, where MLB alum will go to Atlanta, where it was this year, and just have a ton of drinks and hang out and go to the club and party together. That's how it is. It's what they do. And you're like, oh, that sounds weird. No, it's not weird. It's super normal and cool. The guys love it because they get to hang out with one another. That's what the Pro Bowl is. It's this glorified meet and greet, glorified party, glorified hello for all the NFL players to get together. Now, Shedeur Sanders will be there. Like, who let this guy in? Jerry Rice will be the coach of the NFC. Steve Young, coach of the AFC. All right. Cool, man. Good for you guys. Good for you guys. Those are our obituaries today. When we come back, we'll hit the quickie, which is the top 5 sports headlines in sports today. Addie Bates will read those. I'll respond in 60 seconds apiece. And we'll talk BYU Arizona basketball last night. I was there. My sentient, moving, biotic being was there. I watched AJ DeBonsa, Koa Pete, Braden Burries. Gosh, man. Some really good hoops in Provo, Utah. And BYU almost did the impossible. What does that mean? I'll explain. And I'll explain thanks to Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting your business vehicles 24/7. See if you can save at progressivecommercial.com. Coming up, the Quickie and BYU's insane failure. This is Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. This is the Drake Toll Show.
A new chapter.
Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch those Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory.
Well, it's Monday night and we're ready to rock. Time to catch all the hits, the bangs, and the blocks. It's the game of the week that's coming your way. Minnesota invades San Francisco Bay. We gotta get ready. We gotta get right. The Vikings and Niners get it on tonight. So get ready. I mean, get ready. Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party. We got Frank and Al and Dan. They're gonna get it kick-started. Lynn and the crew's all set. The crowd is psyched. 'Cause all my rowdy friends are back for Monday night.
All right, 10. Let's do the song again.
I can't believe it. It's even better than I thought it would be. Come on. Come on, Curtis. That's all it is, man. Oh. I don't know, Jim. No. That's the whole thing. Oh, it's just Tony Romo. It's Jordan Belfort. Couldn't tell you who sings it. I don't really care. I don't think any of you really care. But it deserves a place in the show every day. The 2015 hit Jordan Belfort, which is about the guy who played in the Wolf. No. It's about the guy who is the Wolf of Wall Street. He went to prison for a while. Addie can tell you all about it. She loves the documentary. The one where
Documentary?
you would think it's a documentary. You would. Up until this show. Who's the lady again? Who's the lady in it? Margot Robbie?
Yeah, one of your crushes right after Livy Dunn.
No. Margot Robbie's too old. But you were up there. You're like, man, this is a really cool documentary for a biopic. Which I guess it kind of is a biopic for Leonardo DiCaprio to star in. And then you saw Margot Robbie go full frontal, and you're like, whoa. Not a documentary anymore.
Yeah. That was too much for me. That was rated R. I was like, I have to change it. I feel uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable.
Oh, what? Did you also dislike Titanic? Which, also Leonardo DiCaprio.
I love Titanic.
Kate
Love
Winslet.
Titanic.
Yeah. I was just a big Titanic guy in general when I was a kid. I just told you, Jason Arndt, Drake Toll show, by the way. Drake Toll with you, Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. I just told you Jason Arndt and the Texas Tailgaters are going to Hollywood on American Idol. That I was on American Idol myself last night. Shout out. Mom's going to like that one. Here is that song that played at the bar, My July, by Jason Arndt. I'll pick it apart while we do this. Instantly, you're like, okay, yeah, bro, dude, country song. Addie, early thoughts here?
Well, I was hell on wheels, you were a spring break dream.
I mean, the guitar at the
down
beginning
the
sounds like a
shore,
U2
hair
song.
blowing in the breeze.
A U2 song?
Like a movie. You
Yeah,
were
the guitar at the
star.
beginning.
You wrote our names in the sand by heart. I guess the waves washed it all away.
No
But
auto-tune, by the way.
baby, I still think you were my July.
That's an anthem right there.
Malibu, summer 16, deep blue ocean eyes.
You were My July.
Leaning over to kiss me, burning miles on a two-tone Bronco.
Why their name is
Watching the sun go down while I held you close to
Two-tone Bronco.
just living a good
Thanks,
life.
Kurt.
Sunburn
That's my friend Jason Arndt. He sings that song. We played it from the bar. He made a TikTok out of it. And now he's moving on in American Idol. And my voice was on the TV. Pretty cool. Time for the quickie.
Congratulations.
Top 5 headlines in all sports. Addie Bates will read them. I'll react. Addie, go.
So this one's the top headline, so that's why I got to say it first. Cooper Flag, Concanipple, headline NBA's 2026
I'm done.
Rising Stars
Can't.
participants.
Jordan. Bell. Bird, play it again. The rest of the show is just that song on repeat. Gosh dang it. Yep. That's the new bed. That's the new bed. That's the whole beginning of the song. Whoa. All right, thanks, Kurt. Good for Con Knipple, good for Cooper Flag. That's a minute.
Great. All right. Top-ranked Arizona withstands late rally by number 13 BYU to remain unbeaten with an 86-83 win.
And it was awesome. A minute and 2 seconds to go, BYU was down 11 points. They pulled within 1 with 15 seconds to go and had the ball. How do you do that? How do you rally by 10 points in the span of 47 seconds? Which is a long time. Short time in college basketball.
Some would say too long.
A lot of mistakes from Arizona. Really cool, but Arizona closes the game out. Rob Wright can't finish. Should have given the ball to AJ Devonsa. Down by 1. Didn't do it. Nagada. The coolest atmosphere I've probably ever been in college basketball. It's crazy, man. BYU fans are nuts. They're so nuts in, like, the best way when it comes to sports. I keep coming back. I show up to BYU games. I'm like, wow. Why are they so loud all of the time for everything? Really cool, actually. It's a sports bucket list thing to go see a BYU game. The atmospheres are great in all of the sports. Cool game. By the way, Arizona's the best team in America. It's really not close. I watched the best team play college basketball last night, and it was pretty dope. It's a minute.
No, it was a good game. Soak it all in, BYU. Soak it all in.
Stop.
Here's your next headline.
Stop.
Not allowed to say that? Fine. Sam Darnold shut a lot of people up in NFC title game win, Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald says.
Yeah, man. By the way, I'm telling the FCC on you for what you just did. I know it.
What? Soak it all in. All the wins.
I know what
all
you
the
did.
wins.
They lost.
Well, you know, a good effort. A good effort. Soak it in.
Soak in the good effort. Gosh dang it. Yeah, man. I told you at the beginning of the show. There is a basis for Seattle to begin a dynasty. There is a basis if Clint Kubiak stays, especially with the longevity of like Witherspoon, Cross, JSN, and Darnold's only 28. He's got 10 good years of NFL in him. Kenneth Walker. Keep the core. And you're good, boss. And you're good. Gray Zabel, man, was really good this year, too. I think Seattle could build on this. And Sam Darnold is the winningest quarterback in the league the last 2 years. And now he led his team to the Super Bowl in a gauntlet of the NFC. And Seattle has $79 million in cap space. $79 million in salary cap space. Believe. Buy. Congrats, Sam Darnold. That's a minute.
The Commanders are finalizing a deal to hire Durante Jones as their defensive coordinator.
Yeah. I forget that the Commanders are involved in this coaching, in the coaching carousel. Wow. Ooh. In this coaching carousel, because they did fire the OC and the DC. I think dipping into the Vikings side of things defensively, never a bad idea at this point. Like, that's been one of the hottest hotbeds for names when it comes to guys who deserve the next call-up. Durante Jones is one of those. How much do we know? How much can we believe? TBD. I'm flying to D.C. today to get more on this. And he's been in the NFL for, 9 or 10 years? And so I'm in. It's cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not, Dan Quinn? Why not?
Here's our next one. We're going to go back to the Super Bowl. So the Seahawks open as favorites over the Patriots for this year's Super Bowl. So they open as 3.5-point favorites before quickly jumping to 4.5.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I told you. This is going to feel a bit like when New Orleans played Indianapolis. Both of the times that you saw the Giants and the Patriots play, what it's going to feel like a little bit is, there's a significant underdog involved in this contest. And yeah, early on, a little bit. I guess the Bengals got that a tad with Burrow because the cast of characters around him wasn't crazy. The receiving core was good. That team wasn't generational. There are just some Super Bowls where there's a defined and clear better team. Now, the matchups I gave you at the front end of that game against the Colts for Drew Brees and company went well for the underdog, didn't it? Because it's the National Football League. And used to, back when we were a proper society, you could kick an onside kick and not have to tell the other team you're kicking an onside kick. Shout out, Sean Payton. can't do that anymore. So fun is dead. But New England being a 4.5-point dog makes a ton of sense. I get it. Doesn't mean that I think they're out, but I did say a few weeks ago the Seattle Seahawks were my pick for the Super Bowl, and I am right. It's a minute.
That's 5 headlines.
What? Is that
Yes.
real? Is that really 5?
Yes.
Dang. You didn't mention the Rangers and Bruins game last night.
I figured hockey is
You didn't
more
mention
of my thing. So I didn't
Adolis
think
Garcia and Corey Seager winning a world championship for the Texas Rangers in 2023. It wasn't a headline today.
Oh, God, no, because that was also a fluke. They suck.
Who has more recently won a World Series, the Rangers or the Astros? 3, 2, 1. Say it.
Rangers.
Yeah!
Yes.
Bang!
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Speaking of bang,
How many
trash
do they
cans.
have?
Whoa! Here we go. Watch out now. Hey, now.
Oh, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Hey,
if you ain't
now.
cheating, you ain't trying.
Hey, don't take my shirt off. Don't take my shirt off. I'm
Touch yourself.
I have a wire on.
You're
this
in
entire
you're in
radio
Utah.
show.
You're in Utah. The shirt stays on in Utah.
Yeah,
the
that's
shirt
true.
stays on, okay?
That's true. I
Even if your shirt gets soaked.
you just bonk yourself.
Heck yeah, I did.
Wow. I have been in Utah. I'll tell you, people do not understand the BYU culture when it comes to sports is intense. And quite frankly, really freaking awesome. I got to go to the BYU-Utah game on Saturday where they hosted the Utes in a rivalry basketball matchup. Went to their game yesterday against Arizona. Classic. They were down 19 points. It was gross. But the fans stayed. Go to the 4-minute timeout, under 4 timeout, 3:55 to go. Everybody stayed. They do it like the turbulence. We hit turbulence. 18,000 people. Their team's down 13. Didn't matter. The game's probably over. They're getting boat raced. Ran off their own court. They're down 11 with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go. At no point was BYU ever supposed to be in that game against Arizona last night, the number 1 team in the country. It just didn't pan out. Like, if you look at the stat sheet, it doesn't make sense that they were even remotely close in the contest. Points in the paint? No. Defensive boards? No. Free throw line? No. And, I mean, every college basketball fan loves to, you lose a game by 3, it's going to be the refs. Lose a game by 3, well, we got hosed on a few of those calls. There's just no 2 ways around it. It would not be the Braden Burries or Jaden Bradley performances. Both impeccable. Burries 29 points, Bradley 26. In a game where Koa Pete, you may know that name, Koa Pete, freshman phenom from Arizona, had just 10 points. Leads the team in scoring this year, has just 10 points. They're a team by committee. For BYU on the other end, they fight back somehow at the end of this game with Tony Padilla and Kip Kissinger as the crew. They fight back somehow at the end of this game to make it a contest and go from down 11 with 1 minute to go to having the ball only down by 1. Rob Wright III, you may remember that name. He was the Baylor player who BYU pulled away from the Bears for, that's right, $2 million. And Rob Wright misses a layup. It's partially blocked. Game is over. Pretty healthily blocked from behind. Game is over. But what I learned this weekend, staying at the Sundance Resort, being on site at BYU and mingling amongst the BYU fans, is there's an ignorance of what BYU is. You're sitting in your car, you're like, oh, BYU, that's the place that can't do caffeine. Wrong. They love Diet Coke. They love Swig. They put coconut and lime in their Diet Coke. That's weird. But if you're like, oh, they're weird. Those people are weird. They're weird in the same way that you're weird because you like to put the volume at 18 instead of 19 or 17 on your radio dial. Why? Oh,
Yeah, soaking it.
Volume needs to be an even number at all times. The communal effervescence that they have fostered is incredible. I'll talk about it more this week, more about my experience. Just a quick blurb on the incredible atmosphere curated by BYU and what they bring to college basketball and college football. I've kind of fallen in love with it. I got a soft spot for it. You got to go to a game. You got to soak it all in. You gotta hang out with BYU. I hate that I snuck one in there, but whatever. Bad influences across the country. Curtis Poindexter in Culver City, Addie Bates in Washington, D.C. When we come back, it's time. Tell you today's sponsored by Robinhood, by the way. It's time right now to tell you we're sponsored by Robinhood. You expect more from your money. Expect more from yourself and from your money. Get started today. Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Super Bowl conspiracy. There is unrest among us. I'll explain. This is the Drake Toll Show.
Gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah. In darkness, world stops turning. Ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power.
Hey, Drake Toll with you. Drake Toll. From the Savannah Bananas, Locked On Big 12. And, most importantly, in this context, the Drake Toll Show. Westwood One Sports. The Westwood One Sports app. I just spilled boiling water all over my hand. You know, Addie, remember when the McDonald's lady spilled all that coffee on her lap?
Yeah.
Whose side are you on in that? Careful.
Wasn't it? It's not that she. Are you talking about the one where the customer threw it at her?
No. This is the one, the McDonald's lady who filed a lawsuit against McDonald's probably 20 years ago over her spilling her own coffee in her lap as the person handed it over to her. Whose side are you on?
Not hers.
Wrong. Curtis, whose side are you on?
Coffee is hot.
If I remember correctly, it was because of like the way the cups are. Because I used to work at a coffee shop, and they've changed the way you like have those seams on those cups, and I think they blamed that. So
Yep.
I'm with her.
Bingo. Hashtag I'm
Skill
with
issue.
her. 1992 is the lawsuit. Here we go, baby. Buckle up. Here we go. 1992.
Cue the music.
I'm going to, because I was in marketing class and at Baylor, and people always like, oh, McDonald's certainly was not at fault here. It was that stupid lady who spilled the coffee all over herself. She's at fault. And then in marketing, we were like, hey, so this is bad, actually, marketing for the lady, and it's how public perception can sway the narrative that is false. Listen to this. You are going to learn something today to take to work as you're driving to work, your kid's in the car. You can take this to school with you. Your school probably starts in 15 minutes, 8 o'clock, so I'll get this story in pretty fast. McDonald's, 1992. Lady goes to order a cup of coffee. Stella Liebeck is her name. Stella Liebeck, 79 years old. Hands her the coffee. Who's to say if it was handed over steadily or if it was shaky? I'm not here to argue that. She suffered third-degree burns. Over 6% of her body. Now, third-degree burns, by the way, are like full-thickness burns. They destroy the skin down to the fat or the muscle. This was all over her groin, inner thighs. Not good. Not good. And because third-degree burns cannot heal, a skin graft was done. She was hospitalized for 8 days, lost 20% of her body weight, and was permanently disfigured. That was the story for 79-year-old Stella, which was not 20 years ago. It was 1992, 34 years ago. Before suing, listen to this. She's like, oh, it's her fault. She's the evil lady. We hate her. Before suing, Liebeck asked McDonald's for $20,000. That's it, just to cover her medical bills and her daughter's lost wages. Her daughter had to take care of her. McDonald's counteroffered and said, we'll give you $800. So if you want to root for big corporation here, I'm with McDonald's in this fight. All right, cool. Listen to this. McDonald's required its coffee to be held at 180 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit. And by the way, at that temperature, liquid causes third-degree burns in 3 to 7 seconds. Most home coffee, Addie, similar to the chamomile tea that I'm drinking from my, what is it called again? What am I warming it up with?
Electric kettle.
Electric kettle is served between 135 and 150 degrees. So McDonald's was asking for its coffee to be nearly 200 degrees for no reason whatsoever. And then, listen to this, McDonald's admitted in court they knew that their coffee was not fit for consumption. And the temperature was too many. And they'd received 700 prior reports of people being burned, but had not lowered the temperature. They then owed
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, what?
Okay, so if you know the coffee is hot, because the big thing in this story is she put it in between her legs so she could put... Why would you do that? Yeah, exactly. Nice. Why would you do that? Why would you put a cup that's almost 200 degrees in between your legs?
I'm
so sorry. Like,
she's 79.
Yeah, we have cup holders. Put it in a cup holder, okay?
One simple mistake.
No, that it's too hot. No, but I'm not putting something that's 200 degrees like in between my arms. Yeah, I wasn't going to say that.
I was about to say, Addie, be careful where we're going here.
I'm not putting something that hot. Like, come on now.
You gotta stop saying.
Arch-Manning level of temperature here.
You gotta stop saying. $2.7 million was offered out. So, yeah, I mean, look, sure, they're at part here, the lady's at fault. But McDonald's knew what they were doing by making the coffee way too hot for no reason whatsoever. They're like, yeah. After the jury, by the way, they got the $2.7 million figure. Listen to that. And then this again, everybody's like, oh, I support McDonald's in this. The $2.7 million is what the jury came up with. And they used that by calculating just 2 days' worth of McDonald's coffee revenue, specifically to punish the company for its callous disregard for safety. But the final payout, $480,000. That's what the judge ordered. He's like, jury of your peers, you guys suck. $480,000. And Liebeck herself settled for an undisclosed, probably pretty small amount.
Also, we're acting like this is a crazy temperature. Like, even espresso, most espressos brewed at like 190 to 200 degrees.
I mean, brewed, but it cools off pretty quick, right? I'm saying, like, my chamomile tea that I'm drinking right now that was boiling, like, it instantly, I mean, I'm with Stella here.
No, I'm not going to just sit here and be like, yeah, let's go McDonald's, big corporation. No, I'm just like, like, if something gets out of, like, the fryer, I'm not going to immediately put it on my lap.
Yeah. There you go. That's a safe way to say that.
Thank you.
You're Mark.
I had to think.
I'm just letting you know. I'm rooting for Stella. She's dead. She's so dead. We are playing dead or alive. She was 79 years old in 1992. If she's not dead, boy. Yeah, I mean, she could be alive, I guess, right? People can live to, 120, 125? I don't think she's alive. Probably dead. Drake Toll with you, Westwood One Sports. I'm alive. Westwood One Sports app. 310-840-4910. 310-840-4910. There were these guys calling the game last night at BYU, Arizona, sitting next to me. By the way, hey, bad idea. If you are anyone in sports, if you're an organization, an NBA team, NFL team, college basketball, whatever, on press row, like, I was sitting there with my computer, my laptop, tweeting things out, doing what I do. You know how I be. And on my left, Addie, you've been in press boxes, right? You've done things like that.
Of course.
They let these two guys do radio. Just in the middle of God and everybody, in the middle of the press box. They're just like they're like, yeah, we're with the national radio media. What do you mean national radio media? They just made up a name. Like, yeah, we're with Fun Awesome Time Sports. It's like, what? Like, yeah. Download our app.
Sounds legit.
I was like, okay. Like, who are you? The guy. Okay, here's this. I'll go really behind the curtain here for people at home. When you're in the media, you go sit at your little spot on the press box, and typically press boxes are not, they don't give you the best view, which is good. I don't need to have a better view than the fans. I'm there covering the game for free. I don't need to sit on the front row. And I get to the game last night, go to sit in my spot, and this is pretty high up at BYU, but I like that. I like seeing the zone. I like being able to see the crowd. And Addie, guess what? I go to sit in my seat, And there's this guy taking up 4 spots. He's like, yeah, we're fun, happy sports media. We do radio for these games. What the hell, man? You're doing radio right next to my left? I'm not going to be able to hear anything because you're just yapping away the whole game. And he has the audacity.
How dare them?
I know. He has the game's on ESPN, and both the schools have their own radio broadcasts.
How dare them?
This isn't some
inconvenience
Westwood
Drake C. Toll.
If this was Westwood One, it's a different story. They were fun, happy, good time sports media. Upstart, jumpstart. And so I go to sit down, and the guy's like, oh, whoa. Whose seat is this? Excuse me? I got a nameplate on this. Like, my name tag says Drake Toll, Westwood One Sports. Guy's like, whoa, who's sitting there? Me. It's like, you sure? Yes. He says, who are you? Oh, Boss Hog. The guy whose name's on the name tag. Like, I don't need to be anybody.
I like this guy.
My chair is right here. He's yeah, we're doing national radio right here. We're going to need a little extra space. They didn't give us a ton of room. My brother in Christ, I ain't about to play that game. Not about to play that game. So I said, who are you? And he said, we're with Fun, Happy, Good Time Sports. I was like, oh, okay. I'm with Westwood One. He's like, oh, what? I was like, yes, Westwood One. The name that you know. And he's like, oh. Like, do you know the guys? I was like, what do you mean do I know the guys? He's like the play-by-play guys. Like, Kevin Harlan, Iron Eagle, Ryan Radke? He's like, yeah, those guys. Like, yeah, I've talked to them before. He's like, wow, that's really cool. What are we doing here? Who is this? Guy's jacking my style, one of my seat last night. He's trying to do my job. He's trying to report to the world what BYU and Arizona basketball looked like. And some random guy claiming national radio wanted me to download his app. Ended up being a nice guy, but not a good start. Let's just all be nicer. That's the message I'm trying to send here. Let's just all be nicer to each other. Don't have to be nicer in the NFL, though. It's rigged. They released a graphic earlier this year. Pretty funny. Pretty awesome stuff, actually. Of the 32 teams with February dreams and the closest guys to the trophy, the Super Bowl 60 trophy, Patriots, Seahawks. Heck yeah. Legendary. The script is written. You know it. They know exactly what's going to happen. There's too many betting services, which we love here. We love the betting services in all of sports. The NFL is, they told you the script before the season started. Should have bought him. Should have bought Apple. Should have bought Netflix. Should have bought Google. Should have bought the script. Patriots, Seahawks. The NFL knew it. Addie Bates produces from Washington, D.C. Curtis Poindexter runs the board from Culver City, California. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. This is the Drake Toll Show.
This is Westwood One.
She just caught the Jamestown ferry. It's not a hot day, January, like she said it'd be if she ever left me. A case of gone was all she carried as she got on the Jamestown ferry. And she said that gone was all he'd ever be. I didn't think that she'd leave me after saying how much she need me, but the fact still remains. I'm sitting there all alone, missing the loving of my baby. Lord, it's about to drive me crazy. She was the sweetest piece of ever I've ever known. She just caught the Jamestown ferry. It's not a hot day, January, like she said it'd be if she ever left me. A case of gone was all she carried as she got on the Jamestown ferry. And she said that gone was all she'd ever be. As I walk through that valley of honky-tonks and bars, I remember how she'd hold me, comfort me with talk. She didn't cuss with every breath. She had a soothing southern drawl, made me feel like a man through it all. She just caught the Jamestown ferry. It's not a hot day, January, like she said it'd be if she ever left me.
Touch yourself.
Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up the crew in the area. Still have it like that. No,
Welcome back to the Drake Toll Show.
Yes, we multiply. Anyone press will hear the fat ladies
Tuesday.
Man.
I listen to this radio station sometimes in Texas, small town Texas, and every the host does the same thing, but he does the same thing each day for each day. I'll explain. He'll come back and be like, Welcome back. It's just the most generic name ever for a sports show. Welcome back to Throw the Flag. You're like, okay, great. You would call the show Throw the Flag. Or Foul on the Play. Welcome back to Foul on the Play. It's another Manic Monday out here. Yeah, it is.
2-minute drill.
2-minute drill, yeah. I would say things like unsportsmanlike, which is a show, but it's just like, yeah, I mean, of course, you would call it, unsportsmanlike. No one calls it the Drake Toll Show. That's unique. It's original. There aren't a lot of those in radio.
Just the Drake Toll Show, the Jim Rome Show.
Black and Abdallah.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Creative. Cowherd. There is something to naming a radio show, and a lot of people do like they love the 2-minute drill, unsportsmanlike, flag on the play, wild and out, whatever. I mean, there's a million things random things that happen in sports. Fast break. Welcome to Fast Break. And it's another Manic Monday. Every comeback, every rejoin. Manic Monday. Here on this Taco Tuesday. Welcome back to Throw the Flag on Taco Tuesday. Wacky Wednesday. So good, man. So good. That's why I'm here. I think that's why they hired me. I'm not entirely sure, actually. I'm still questioning.
Entirely.
I'm not entirely sure. It's not for my ability to speak. Absolutely not at all. I'm not all put together on why this happened. I was 24 at the time, young and sprightly, learning every day. But I think it's because sometimes I'm tired of turning the radio on. Anybody else? Amen. Sometimes I turn the radio on and I'm like, man, I'm bored. Or, worse than that, people be saying stuff. And I'm thinking, what in the world? Like, fun stories, tangents, asides. Like, I want to talk to you about what it's like to be a media member on Media Road, to what it's like to sit next to Matt Norlander and think, wow, how did I get here? Start to think about the people that got you there. You're grateful for how you got there. I don't want to be the untouchable. Look at me in the press box. Ha 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 ha. Nah, dog. I want you there with me. And sometimes I turn the radio on, most of the time, and I'm like, this guy's like kind of talking down to me. Like I'm not good enough. I'm not as good as him. I don't know if I like that. So for me, man, I was hosting Locked On Big 12. I was doing play-by-play in the Savannah Bananas organization. We have games on ESPN, games on TNT, the CW. I called the postseason a couple months ago on national television. And I thought, why radio? Does that, But the big draw is Westwood won, Jim Rome. I mean, the names across this network are incredible. Westwood 1 is incredible, and it's an opportunity to dip into a medium that I've been so scorned by, so burned by for the last 5 years, 10 years of listening, of like, why don't those people sound like me, man? Why doesn't it sound like I'm a kid in the car drinking a Capri Sun, eating a Pop-Tart anymore? Where did that radio go? Where did it die off? I want to go back and build that. I want to have that again. I want to have that with you. I want you and I to hold hands and talk about that and have those conversations, be in the middle of that. I feel like we are. And we are, in part, thanks to Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving all branches of the armed services, veterans and their families. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Our members are the mission. Time for the idiot of the day.
Idiot of the day.
The Los Angeles Rams. Yeah. What's this corny music we got going on here, huh? What'd you call it, Addie? What'd you call it?
It's a freaking Looney Tunes type bed.
That Looney Tune type beat, huh? What you got here, idiot of the day?
Dong.
The Rams.
Meow.
Meow. All it needs is this little Jordan Belfort. Whoa. Whoa. And then right after the dong. Curtis, you can add that in there, right?
DJ Curtis.
On the fly now.
He'll figure it out. I'm saying
DJ Poindexter.
Curtis Poindexter.
I can add this, though.
Thanks, Jim. I don't know, Jim.
Have you ever taken a bite out of a football, Jim?
The Drake Toll Show, we do Idiot of the Day every day. My tea bag broke, by the way. Does that mean it's safe to drink or no?
Well, usually you take it out of the cup after it's done steeping.
I didn't know that. I did not know that my entire life.
No,
Is that real?
Please stop. Yeah, are you being serious?
I leave it in the cup. Yeah, dog. Huh.
No, okay.
Why wouldn't I? I don't know. It makes it stronger. The Rams reportedly urged Cooper Kupp to retire. Hang it up. Just be done. He announced last February the Rams intended to trade him. By the way, Cooper Kupp will play in the Super Bowl before joining the Seahawks. He was a Ram. People forget that. He was a Ram. It was very contentious, apparently. The Rams warned other teams to lowball contract offers. They tried to not only urge him to retire, but to blacklist him from the NFL. The Athletic's Michael Silva revealed more details behind what led up to Kupp's release, reporting that rather than try and negotiate a salary reduction with the former All-Pro, the Rams unceremoniously cut ties, urging him to retire. Hang it up, Pops. You're done. And now he's in the Super Bowl. Even worse, they tried to dictate the market. Sources told Silva that Kupp came to believe that some LA officials had cautioned potential suitors against paying him anything more than the veteran minimum. Veteran minimum! Suggesting that age and an accumulation of injuries had provoked a steep decline. Last I heard, Cooper Kupp caught a touchdown in the... One of the songs of all time. One of the songs of all time, huh? This is what we got for Idiot of the Day. You know
We're
what,
all
Curtis?
individually dying is the sad part.
I'm so sorry.
Get your ass in here, Curtis. You're an Idiot of the Day.
Idiot of the Day.
Addie, you two. Both of you. I'm partially at fault for this being the music, by the way.
You chose it. You chose Slap
I was
and
given
Tickle.
2 options, and the other one somehow was worse than this.
You chose Slap and Tickle. You said this is what I want on air.
That's the name of the damn song, is Slap and Tickle.
Might as well be.
Curtis, what is it called? Slap and Go?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's just an average Saturday night.
What are we talking about again? I forgot.
Idiot of the Day soundtrack. Kupp spent his first 8 seasons with LA. Drafted by them. 3rd rounder in 2017. Helped him to a Super Bowl. The dude's like 31, 32. He's younger than Devontae Adams. Kupp caught a touchdown. He's 32 years old from Washington. So Seattle guy playing for Seattle now. Caught a touchdown in the NFC Championship. And hilarious to me, Eastern Washington kid catches a touchdown against his old team that tried to sabotage his entire NFL career. Oops. Our bad. Kupp in that game. 4 catches, 36 yards, a touchdown. Devontae Adams, 4 receptions as well, and a touchdown. 89 yards, but come on, you get the point. Cooper Kupp's alive and well, 32 years old. Didn't have a crazy year, obviously, but deserved to be there. I like him. He's my friend, Cooper Kupp. Idiot of the Day, the Rams. Second Idiot of the Day, Idiot of the Day, Cam Newton. And I'm being told we have audio for this. Cam, why are you the idiot of the day? Jeez, please explain it to people.
Basis. Bump Notre Dame. And I'm going to tell you this. When you start to think about all these different things that the preferential treatment that Notre Dame has gotten, will get, and will continue to get, that's why I'm like, bump Notre Dame. It comes down to a point where now you start to say, Cam, you bitter. SEC is dead. That's cool. Oh, man, whatever. Notre Dame is... Notre Dame hasn't been relevant in years.
They were just in the national championship game 1 year ago.
They haven't been
ago.
relevant for years. You take that one national championship with Coach Freeman out of the equation. They have not been relevant
And my
for
question
years.
is this.
Well, if you take my aunt's aunt parts, she'd be my uncle.
You know how it is. If my aunt had male parts, she'd be my uncle.
right, Cam. I don't get paid. Period. End of sentence. I don't get paid. I don't get paid for this job. Neither do Kurt and Addie. We do this out of the kindness of our heart. We're set for life. We were the people that won the lottery a few weeks ago. We're just doing this for fun. We're listening to Slap and Tickle, Stomp and Tickle for fun over here on Idiot of the Day. Sometimes I play clips on this show of other shows, radio shows, TV shows, and I'm wondering, why are they yelling? Why are you so mad? You can be angry and passionate, sure, but why are we yelling like that? No matter how irrelevant Notre Dame. Alabama's irrelevant. They haven't been relevant in years. Georgia's irrelevant. They haven't been relevant in years. Take away the national championship. Hey, look. Take away all of Tom Brady's Super Bowls. Now what is he, huh? Yeah. He's just Geno Smith. He's just Jameis Winston. Take away all of his Super Bowls. That's all he is. That's all he'll ever be. Addie, is that your cat walking across your computer?
Yes, I'm sorry. This is why I don't work from home. Here's her chicken leg.
Tickle and she'll move.
Yes, she said, I heard slap and tickle. I'm getting in there. I gotta slap and tickle.
This is her favorite part.
There's still 3 minutes left in the segment. 3 minutes left of this song before NFL legend Jeff Schwartz joins the Drake Toll Show. Thankfully,
I hope he's listening to this right now. I hope he's listening to this.
You'll get a break from Smack and Topple because we have another audio clip. Our next Idiot of the Day. Stephen A. Smith. Somehow we're going from Cam Newton, Idiot of the Day, to Stephen A. Smith, Idiot of the Day. Stephen, why are you the Idiot of the Day?
I'm very upset going back to the Pittsburgh Steelers because I want to stay for the record, and I'm not joking about this. I'm dead serious. I believe that Ryan Clark should have been interviewed for the job. I mean it. I mean it. I believe that Ryan Clark, who I'm looking at right now, should have been interviewed for the job.
I wish I would have.
Phillip Rivers got interviewed.
You know that ain't happening.
By the Buffalo Bills. I'm just saying, you the Pittsburgh Steelers, what's up? What's up? I know they love RC. I know they know he's a Steeler for life. I know they pick up the phone and call him and defer to him and ask his advice and stuff like that, or give him or make sure they express their thoughts to him. How come you can't interview the brother? You gonna sit up there and bring Mike McCarthy back at 62 years old? That's right, and that's what I'm saying. That RC Ryan Clark should have been interviewed for the head coaching job of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Y'all gonna come to me years later. Remember this. Keep this in the archives. Stephen A. said it. You understand? This is what I'm talking about. These are the problems. Let's go on. Let's move on.
He's still upset about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't know, Jim. I don't know. All right, let's send it to Gene. Gene, Ryan Clark, head coach, Pittsburgh Steelers. What do you think? Yeah, Jim, I'm looking at this one really closely and too close to call. Tracy? Yeah, Jim, down on the field here. This play is close as they get. All right, thanks. This is my Sunday in a nutshell. It's just Jim is the only one who knows anything. I don't know, Jim. Again, you turn on the TV, and they're all yelling, and they're just saying things. And look, man, sometimes I'm talking about Zach Whitus in Professor Jose's 8th grade Spanish class hitting his jewel into his backpack. Yeah, it's off the walls. It's different. It's weird. But I'm not asking for Addy Bates to be the head coach of the Browns. They're getting there. They're closer today.
I'll do it.
Why?
You know, for gigs. I feel like it'd be funny. Come on now. It can't get much worse.
They'll play this music running out of the tunnel.
I would.
This is the music. This is the track when you have your Aaron Rodgers moment, run out of the tunnel with the American flag. And immediately tear your Achilles. Go Jets. 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 Coming up next, NFL legend, football player, Jeff Schwartz joins the Drake Toll Show to talk. Not only do we have a Super Bowl, we have two teams that could be in the midst of a dynasty as well as coaching searches across the league. Jeff has insider info. This is Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app, and this is the Drake Toll Show.
naked bodies go on trial just for laughing at the joke, just for saying of the bargain what any sales girl already knows. Most of us old men die at the firing line, just waiting for our number to be called. I guess time just makes fools of us all. Now the king regales his stepson when he's loaded as a gun. Says a real man is like a country, you need a map to find your one. Now I do you suppose you must approach the throne with its back up against the wall. I guess time just makes fools of us all. Minds of my generation, glad they conscripted in the war of defending any Goliath that would deign darken the door. Now with your genius for picking battles, it's no wonder every helmet is too small. I guess time just makes fools of us all. I guess time just makes fools of us all. My drink is watered down, the champ is on his knees. He lost the rematch, he lost the comeback, he lost for charity, but that's the job. It's what gets the asses in the hall. They came for a beating, and he came to brawl. Notice that of all the young gods I have known, yours is easily the least famous to turn down the cover of a Rolling Stone. Lily white faces, so familiar and yet impossible to recall. I guess time just makes fools of us all. After a millennia of good times, God said, hey now, let's have a dream where we raise the stakes a little. Come on, let's make things interesting. Parachute into the Anthropocene, an amnesiac, a himbo can doll. I guess time does make fools of us all. Something he said when it stuff. Hey, I can sell you 1,000,000 records. I mean, your image could use an overhaul.
Here we go. It's the Drake Toll Show, Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. You're awake. You're alive. You feel it. It's hard to ask for a better time in sports. The Super Bowl is set. The Pro Bowl will feature one of the NFL greats, young star Shedeur Sanders, manning the quarterback position. Ha 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 ha. This today, Tuesday, January 27th, 6:22:08 in the a.m. Mountain Time. You're alive, you're biotic, you're sentient, you feel it. This is sports, and this is the Drake Toll Show. Jeff Schwartz, NFL insider, NFL veteran, joins the show to talk, get this, NFL. From SiriusXM and Fox Sports. Jeff, let's start here. We have our Super Bowl, the New England Patriots, the Seattle Seahawks. If I could have bought steak in Apple day one, well, I'd be a rich man. If I could have bought steak in Google day one, I'd be a rich man. You got the New England Patriots, who have 12 draft picks, who have very few free agents this offseason. You have the Seattle Seahawks, built with a young core and a quarterback who's still only 28 years old and the number one defense in the NFL. If you're buying draft stock in one of these two teams, becoming a dynasty, building something with longevity, would you buy that stock?
I would buy the New England Patriots. I don't know why you wouldn't at this point, right? I mean, one of the benefits of having a rookie quarterback, at least a quarterback on a rookie contract, is the ability to spend money, right? I mean, New England now, based off of this season, they know Drake May's the guy, obviously, right? Now, he hasn't had the best postseason, but he's on a rookie contract. You know he's the guy. He'll probably finish second in MVP voting. And now you have the ability with the cap space you have available to go build the team around May, right? And there needs to be some building around him. Seattle, they've done a better job building around Darnold. Their draft class the last couple of years has been fantastic. But he's not getting top quarterback dollar, but he's getting medium quarterback dollar. He will ask for more money, I would imagine, fairly soon. So I think it's New England, man. Look, you have a proven coach in Vrabel, and you have a proven young quarterback now in Drake May. You have the room to build around Drake May. The draft is to build around Drake May. It probably is New England.
Jeff, in the meantime, if you ask almost anybody, they would tell you as of today, and especially here in a couple of weeks, the Seattle Seahawks are a much better team. New England seems to be counted out by any analyst you listen to when you turn the TV on or you listen to the radio. Is that the case? Is there a significant gap between these two squads?
I think there is. And, when you just do a head-to-head matchup, right, as we're going to do the entire week heading into the Super Bowl, and you just say, where is New England definitively better than Seattle? You might argue, Drake May, I think, is, quote-unquote, better than Sam Darnold. He's not playing better than Sam Darnold, though, right? I mean, those are two separate things.
Right.
The offensive line for Seattle is better. The wide receivers are better. The tight end is better for Seattle. Defensive-wise, I think it's hard to argue New England's better anywhere. I mean, maybe right. Defensive tackle, right? I mean, it's not like the Seattle defensive tackle stink, but New England has elite, two elite guys, but that's it right now. Coaching, right? You say Vrabel is a game manager and just his style of coaching is probably better, but it's not like Mike McDonald's terrible either, right? I mean, we're nitpicking here, trying to find advantages for New England. And that's where I think, Vrabel did a masterful job, I thought, on Sunday, really the second half of that game, just understanding the weather and how they were playing. We're not going to screw it up on offense. I thought it was a great job by him with the game plan. But I think Seattle's just better all over. I think they've been the better team all season. Now, maybe I didn't believe it because I didn't believe in Sam Darnold, but it's clearly proven a lot of us wrong. They've been the best team all season, and I don't know why that would change in the Super Bowl. It's a big step up, just in my mind, in competition from what New England has seen when it comes to the Chargers' offensive line and the way Herbert plays in the postseason. Houston's offense, obviously Jared Stidham, and this is a big step up for them. So I think it's a tough task for them. Can they win? Of course, it's Super Bowl, man. Like, anything can happen. But I think Seattle does have a lot of advantage in this game. and looking forward to seeing how it plays out.
Jeff Schwartz joining the Drake Toll Show, NFL Insider, NFL Vet, SiriusXM NFL, Fox Sports. Jeff Schwartz is Smarter Than You podcast. You name it, you can probably find him there. Jeff, take me into, let's go to Pittsburgh for a second. Mike McCarthy will be introduced today as the head coach. Take me into the locker room. As a former player yourself, we just saw Mike Tomlin, the guy who could win in the regular season but couldn't get it done in the postseason, was really good at going 9-8, 10-7. So you turn your attention to Mike McCarthy, who's really good in the regular season, can't seem to win in the postseason. If you are in that Pittsburgh locker room, what are you feeling Tuesday, January 27th, when Mike McCarthy takes the podium?
Yeah, it's a good question. Look, there's always hope, right? And the NFL is our favorite sport for many reasons. One of them is hope, right? And there's an incredible amount of hope in a locker room. And I think you have to believe in what your team is doing. Otherwise, what's the purpose of going through everything that we go through as players to not believe in our staff and in our decisions? So I think there's going to be just hope, right? Like, okay, we bring in McCarthy. We know he can coach quarterbacks. Maybe he got stale with Tomlin, and players might disagree with that. But there's going to be hope that McCarthy can be the guy to take them to where they want to go. I don't think that on day one there's going to be a ton of players who are not on board with this. I mean, it's just the nature of it. Like, you just sort of have to buy in. Otherwise, it's a pretty miserable existence in the NFL if you're not happy where you are. And so, yeah, some of the older guys that probably have such loyalty to Tomlin probably don't love it. But McCarthy's going to come in today. He's going to meet with all the players. He's going to say the things he has to say. He'll meet with all the veterans and talk about a leadership council. And it's going to feel good today. Their biggest problem is quarterback. McCarthy, the 3 years in Dallas when Dak was healthy, he won 12 games all 3 years. The 1 year he was not healthy, he won 7 games. So he can win games. They need a quarterback, though. Aaron Rodgers is not a long-term solution, not a great draft for a quarterback, not really many guys available via trade that you feel great about. So, McCarthy's tenure in Pittsburgh will come down to figuring out who the quarterback is.
Yeah. Curtis Poindexter runs the board in Culver City, California. Curtis, I know we have a guest on, but I've just seen breaking news. Yeah, Adam Schefter is now reporting that Jeff Schwartz has been offered the head coaching position by the Cleveland Browns. He was not their original option, but they have landed on Schwartz as their top candidate. Jeff, is that where the Browns are in the coaching search? Kind of anybody that wants this can have it?
I've withdrawn my candidacy, by the way, in the 30 seconds.
Stop it.
I've also withdrawn my candidacy. I mean, it's just I know that some of this is agent speak, right, where they're withdrawing their candidacy. The coaches are where they don't actually have a chance to get the job, right, and they're just instead of saying we're out. Or excuse me, or we're not a candidate. We're out on our own, right? Like, it's agent talk. But the fact is, though, this is probably the most I've heard of this. I've seen of this. It's not a good job. I mean, what about it is good? So first of all, the reports about the general manager and how they're handling the search, they're making coaches do personality questionnaires, multi-part essays, like all these things that really I don't think are needed. I understand you want to know your coach. But, when it comes down to making a decision on fourth down, is all that stuff necessary? Is that really going to help you hire the right guy? I believe in some of it. I don't know if I believe in all of it, right? Like, do you think Mike Vrabel did a personality test in New England before he was the coach there? Like, probably not, right? Like, he had some experience, obviously, in Tennessee beforehand. But do you think John Harbaugh did a personality test with the Giants? I get some of it. I don't get all of it. You're the Browns, right? You can't be that picky. And then on top of that, what are you doing quarterback? You have Deshaun Watson, who hasn't played in a couple of years and probably not very good. You have you have a Pro Bowler in that room now, which is Shedeur Sanders. So bravo on that. But it's just a bad job. You have a meddling owner, a meddling GM. You haven't won in years in Cleveland. If Stefanski got hired immediately, right? Like, you guys can coach it, and it's just a bad job, I think. And I think candidates are looking at it and thinking to themselves, I can make $2-3 million, $4 million a year as a coordinator and just wait for a much better opportunity.
Jeff Schwartz joining the Drake Toll Show on Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. Jeff, another job that is not getting near as much attention, but seems to be equally as dumpster fire? Question mark. Jonathan Gannon was fired January 5th in Arizona. That was 3 weeks and eons ago. Again, I want to go into the locker room. For you as a former player, we could never understand this, those of us who did not play, never had the opportunity or the talent. What are those guys thinking? They've gone 3 weeks without a head coach, and it doesn't seem like the end is that close in sight.
Yeah, I've been through this before with coaching searches. It's just so different in the NFL than college. Because college, you need to coach so quickly, right? You need to coach immediately because you go to recruiting and portal, all that crazy nonsense.
Yeah.
In the NFL, it's just a waiting game. I mean, players are not in the facility right now. They're at home. They're enjoying their off season, so they're not really focused on it. I mean, of course, they're anxious to figure out who that guy is because the thing about a new coach is that everything changes. Like immediately, everything changes, right? So there's anticipation about what that change is going to be. And there's also anticipation about your job status, right? Because we see this so often when a new coach comes, especially a new general manager, when they both come in together, they clean house, man. Everything's not tied down, like you're gone. So I think players, there's a little anxiety when it comes to like, am I keeping my job type of thing? But again, like most guys, I'd imagine, and guys probably make their home in Arizona. It's a place where a lot of players go in the off season. But most guys are home, like they're doing dad life, their husband life. Like they're not, I think, as consumed about the hire until it actually happens. And of course, it becomes real and you worry about your job.
Jeff, before we get you out of here, across the NFL, I want to go kind of broad here. Whether it is John Harbaugh in New York or Mike McDaniel, the new OC over from Miami to the Chargers in L.A., what has been your favorite, whether it's assistant or head coach, your favorite move of January so far by a franchise, even if it's firing somebody, your favorite move in January so far by a franchise?
I'll tell you what, man, that McDaniel hire in San Diego, in Los Angeles is such an interesting hire for the Chargers. So
yeah.
Jim Harbaugh he's an intense fella.
Yeah.
And great coach, but he's intense. And there could be no one different personality-wise than Mike McDaniel. And so just from a personality fit, I find it so fascinating. I really give Harbaugh credit for being different and going outside the box. And then schematically, they're not the same, right? I mean, Harbaugh is a 2 tight ends, fullback, running the A-gap, gap scheme, power, duo, ISO, like all the old school. And McDaniel's outside zone, that Shanahan offense, right? Different, 11 personnel, maybe 12, different formations, but a lot of outside zone, right? So it's just a different fit. And I find that I like that Harbaugh went outside the box to make that hire. I really do. I was hoping as a Chiefs fan they would think of that direction. I do think the Chiefs hiring Eric Bieniemy is fascinating to me because it does feel like Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy work best together. They bring out the best in each other, right? The best version of this Mahomes offense was when Eric Bieniemy was there.
Yep.
And then it got worse when he was gone. Then Eric Bieniemy went out on his own. Eric Bieniemy wasn't good as an OC on his own, right? Now they come back together, and he brings over some of the Ben Johnson stuff from Chicago the last year. So from the coordinator level, those 2 hires I thought were really good. Look, from the head coaching perspective, look, you sort of just don't know, right? I find it more fascinating what teams are doing now because the options are not great, right? A lot of the names being thrown around are offensive coordinators who don't call plays.
Yeah.
That's a tough job, man, to go from not calling plays, you're not even in front of a room, to being the head coach. So I'm kind of fascinated with the other teams do. The Buffalo job, you have Josh Allen. That's a coveted job. I'm curious who they end up hiring.
Are you withdrawing your name from Buffalo as well?
Oh no, I have Josh Allen. I mean, the Colts not for me exactly, but I would suck it up if I could be Josh Allen's head coach. I do think though, with that job, obviously Brandon Bede's now in charge of personnel. That's something that coaches really care about. So that's something to watch. I mean, they gave him a promotion. It's really in basically they let him choose a team now. I know it sounds like it's a big promotion. It's just sort of moving the structure around. And so obviously that's part of negotiation. If you're a coach, especially a veteran coach, you probably want to have some say in the roster, and you might not get that in Buffalo. So again, there's no rush to hire anyone. So teams take their time here, but I'm curious why that job doesn't seem like more people want it immediately.
It is Jeff Schwartz at Jeff Schwartz on Twitter. Find him on SiriusXM, Fox Sports, as well as the Jeff Schwartz is Smarter Than You podcast. Jeff, thanks so much for joining the show today.
Take care, buddy. Have a good day.
Absolutely. NFL bet. Jeff. That's Geoff, not the Jeff. A little more complex. Incredible stuff. Loved the takes on the guys sitting in Arizona right now wondering who their head coach will be, but it's normal. Jeff's been there. People are there. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. Coming up, why will the Patriots be a dynasty? I have an answer. Why will the Seahawks also be a dynasty? I have an answer. And then, dead or alive. This is the Drake Toll Show.
Super Bowl 60.
Hey, 500 people watching on stream today.
Because I think Curtis has been having more on-air time, so I feel like that's why.
Keep smiling on until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and think about sunny weather. Two happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Some trails are happy ones, other trails are blue. It's the way you ride that counts. Here's a happy one for you. Happy trails to you till we meet She's so kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. She's a mouthful of anything and everything a man could want. Yeah. She ain't typical, she's unpredictable, she's available. It's a miracle how my heart stumbled into someone so kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. I would find someone so elegant, intelligent, heaven sent, all my money spent. I put a big down payment on that itty bitty diamond ring. She's so beautiful, it's undisputable, it's undeniable. She's got a half a bob, she's music to my ears and makes my heart sing. So kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. to study. She's so elegant, intelligent, heaven sent, all my money spent. I put a big down payment on that itty bitty diamond ring. Oh, she's so beautiful, it's undisputable, it's undeniable. She's gotta have a ball. She's music to my ears and makes my heart sing. So kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. Kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. Kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable.
Come on! That's it. That's the crux of the song. Is at the beginning, oh, it's just Tony Romo, and he's about to say, I don't know, Jim. I don't even know, Jim. Here we go. The Drake Toll Show, Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. Oh, it feels good today. The day that the New England Patriots are back. Seattle Seahawks are back. Dynasty loading, question mark? The answer is yes. I can explain to you why the answer is yes, by the way. I'm excited to explain to you why the answer is yes. In the meantime, I was on hand last night. BYU, Arizona, number one team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, still undefeated in basketball, 21-0. Really impressive run. BYU, their only losses are to number 1, number 2, and number 11 in the country. It's pretty good, man. Texas Tech also should be ranked higher than 11. And number 1 is Arizona. Number 2 is UConn. Behind me, Sundance, the mountain ski resort. Just the perfect few days out in Utah, enjoying the mountains, watching the NFL, Patriots, Seahawks punching their tickets to the Super Bowl, and then doing this with you, the Drake Toll Show. Talking about how Shedeur Sanders, the Pro Bowler, Shedeur Sanders? Yeah. The guy who had the 4th worst NFL season as a quarterback since we started tracking deep analytics. No doubt, 100% that guy. A guy whose QBR set a record for a low QBR by a Browns quarterback. For the Browns? Like the Cleveland Browns? Yes, no doubt, 100%. Pro Bowler, baby. Everyone else was either hurt or didn't want to do it because it sucks. Breaking news. Curtis, I just got breaking news on my phone. Per Adam Schefter, the Pro Bowl sucks. That's it. That's the whole breaking news. Because it does. There's nothing fun about it. Oh, hey, baby, skills and drills. Watch those guys throw the ball through the tire. Come on now. We like that, don't we? We love that here.
Live on Westwood One, February 3rd at 7:30 Eastern.
Yes, please. Don't miss our coverage, Westwood One, of the Pro Bowl. I asked Curtis Poindexter, who will be running the show for that. What all does our coverage of the Pro Bowl and Pro Bowl entail? And Curtis said, I don't know, Jim. He doesn't know. Neither do I. What? I'm sure it'll be entertaining and fun. I'll be listening. Maybe we get Ryan Radke together. I would do that. I would listen to a Pro Bowl of the Westwood One play-by-play guys. Ryan Radke to Ian Eagle to Kevin Harlan, no doubt. That's
Mike Golick's there.
Mike Golick's there. Hell, man, throw Junior in there. And you know what? Give it to me. Give me the man who hosts the fastest show in all of sports, Nick Costos, who comes up next, by the way. Then Bleck and Abdallah. And then, oh yeah, Jim Rome hosts a show on the network, Westwood One Sports. Before we get to dead or alive today, who's dead, who is alive? The Seattle Seahawks will be a dynasty. as will the Patriots. Oh, there can't be two dynasties. Oh, yeah. The Chiefs were kind of building that dynasty as the Patriots were ending theirs. There were dynasties coinciding. Here's why. Here's why you can't even argue this. No, the Patriots won't be a dynasty. Drake May, 23 years old. Well, yeah, that's one thing. Mike Vrabel, Patriot Way, 2.0. Yeah, but this good head coach, good quarterback, that doesn't equal automatically dynasty. Listen to this. Lockdown secondary, Christian Gonzalez. That's not going anywhere. Patriots are draft rich. 12 picks in the 2026 draft. Milton Williams, Christian Barmore. Incredible front line of the defense. Josh McDaniels back in the fold. That seems to work out really well. Skill positions, Travion Henderson, Stephon Diggs. Those are going really well. Will Campbell, Morgan Moses. And they have 6 free agents this offseason. Oh. All of those are very good reasons the Patriots are here to stay. Yeah, but the Seahawks, they can't be a dynasty. They won't be a dynasty, right? I don't know. Mike McDonald has the number 1 defense in the country. McDonald, 17.2 points per game, DVOA number 1 in the NFL. Probably going to win the Super Bowl with his disguise and strike scheme. Jackson Smith and Jigba led the NFL in receiving yards, by the way. A generational wide receiver 1. Sam Darnold? 109.4 passer rating when he's kept clean. He executes the Clint Kubiak offense. And as long as Clint Kubiak is there, he'll continue to do that. He wins games. He's only 28 years old. He's got 7 or 8 more years in him. Woolen or Witherspoon? Pick your poison. It's like this brand new Legion of Boom. Cap space, listen to this. This is the biggest reason. $79 million hanging around in salary cap space in the 2026 offseason. They have the flexibility to sign even more alpha pass rushers, even more offensive linemen to plug the holes. Gray Zabel, Charles Cross, Kenneth Walker III, a young core, Witherspoon, Cross, JSN, longevity, Clint Kubiak, the 12th man. That's an organization. This dynasty loading, the recipe is there to put it together. It's time. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app, the Drake Toll Show for Dead or Alive. Curtis Poindexter versus Addison C. Bates. One's in Culver City, California. One's in Washington, D.C. Here we go. Dead or Alive at number 1. Curtis, Dead or Alive, Troy Donahue, an actor from A Summer Place.
Let's start off strong. I'll go alive.
All right. Addie, he's the husband of actress Suzanne Plachette.
No idea who these people are, so I'll kill him. He's dead.
Wow, Curtis. Bad news for you. September of 2001, Troy Donahue died of a heart attack on the 2nd. Yeah,
I wasn't even alive yet.
Yep, he was 9 days out of. He didn't get the big horror of what would happen 9 days later. So I guess there's some reprieve in that.
Wow.
He was 65 at the time. Dead. Point. Addie Bates. Dead or alive, Nick Mason, rock drummer, member of Pink Floyd.
Yeah, he also has his Nick Mason saucer full of secrets. He is alive.
Oh, Curtis.
Put him in a coffin. He's dead.
Shoot, Kurt, you're 0 for 2. He's listening right now in California, where it's 5:50 in the morning and 55 seconds.
Fortunately, yeah.
Congrats, Nick. Touch yourself. You're alive. No matter what Curtis says.
Touch yourself.
He can't kill you. Nothing can kill you. Happy birthday, Nick Mason. I do know, Jim. Nick Mason's alive. Curtis, cool name here. Skitch Henderson. He was the band leader on The Tonight Show and did serve 4 months in federal prison for tax evasion.
Didn't he pass away recently? I'm gonna say dead.
Okay, Addie.
I'm also going to kill him.
Yeah, Big Boss Skitch has been dead pretty recently, 2005. November 1st of 2005, to be exact. I remember where I was when I found out Skitch Henderson was dead. 87 years old. He would be like 107, 108 today. All right, Addie, you're up. Howard McNear, actor, Andy Griffith Show.
Gonna kill him. He's dead.
Curtis.
I'll say that show's pretty old. I'm going to go dead, too.
Yeah, it's a pretty good call. Context clues, baby. Context clues. He would have been 122 years old today. He died at the age of 63.
Could be alive.
Yeah, could be alive. People have lived that long. Could be alive, but he is not. Howard McNear, R.I.P. in peace. Hey, yo, Big Kurt. How about Frank Miller, my friend, from Batman, The Dark Knight Returns?
I think he passed away recently, too. Dead.
All right, Addie?
Oh my gosh, I have a Frank Miller book on my table right now. I should know this. No, I'm going to say he's alive.
He's so alive, it's not even funny. Couldn't be more alive.
Yes.
69 years old today.
Oh my
Happy
God,
birthday.
he's fantastic.
Nice.
Good job.
Nice.
Nice. Good job, Frank, for making it this far. We apologize for Curtis Poindexter. He doesn't know a lot of things as it pertains to life, but he knows about love.
Not talking to women, according to Addie, though.
That's what matters.
That's a skill you have to learn, Curtis. That's okay. That's why we're here.
Addie, low-hanging fruit. Keith Olbermann, sports commentator, ESPN.
Wait, I thought I just. Oh, I don't actually know.
Okay.
Alive.
Ooh, Curtis.
Yeah, I think he's still alive.
Yeah, Keith Olbermann will be on the Drake Toll Show tomorrow, so I would hope he's alive. Yeah, Keith is he's hanging around. He's good to go. He's all checked out. We're good. Keith's
That would be a fun
67.
show if he wasn't, and he called this tomorrow, though, too.
Last one, Addie. Now, Curtis, Patton Oswalt, dead or alive?
1 minute. I'll go dead.
Oh my God, Patton Oswalt? He's so alive. Well, Addie.
Fine, he's alive.
This comedian is super alive. There he goes. Dead or alive, Addie Bates wins because of course she does. Curtis doesn't know people. That's all right. We forgive him. Curtis Poindexter runs the board in Los Angeles. Addie Bates produces in Washington, D.C. Drake Toll with you from Sundance Resort in Provo,
10.
Utah. See you tomorrow. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Love it. Love you. This was fun. This has been It Always Will Be. See you soon. The Drake Toll Show.
This is Westwood One Sports.